Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for holding on. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. Thanks for sticking around. You know, until you see a video of me saying I'm closing my channel, you know that I'll always be back, and I am not closing my channel. I love doing these readings. It's just that I'm not retired. I have another job and I have a large family, and things have happened in the past years that have just been a little out there, but we're here, and Cooper's up there somewhere. I say we because I'm surrounded by animals. I don't feel alone. Um, so thanks for sticking around. I also wanted to extend my condolences and my family's condolences to the people of Haiti. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Poor Juvenal Moise, he lost his life. He was killed. It's tragic and quite sad. Poor man. He's only 53 years old and he looked younger. It's a tragedy, the prime of his life, as they say. I know people think teenage years and 20s is the prime, but I don't know, 40s, 50s, 60s in a person's life are pretty significant. I mean, that's when you accomplish so much, when you're reaping the benefits of what you've sown, when you have the wisdom, but you still have the strength. And so it's quite sad that he was taken away during this time where he thought he was an accomplished human being. I don't know much about the politics, so I don't really know that much about what he did or what people thought of the politics down in Haiti, but I know it's quite unstable and it's hard for them to make it the 5 years. I think their presidential terms are 5 years, and they usually don't even make it to 5 years. They get ousted. It's unstable because of everything that goes on, and plus COVID now. So it was hard. Fortunately, the First Lady, Martine Moise, Mrs. Moise, she's in Florida. She was airlifted there, and she seems to, be hanging in, and hopefully thoughts and prayers that she pulls through. Hopefully she will. I had my family members calling me, oh, she's laying dead, she's on the tarmac, she's in the ambulance, they're taking her. So we were all quite shocked, and just thank goodness that she didn't pass away either. That was just horrific. We were scared, but yeah, she made it, and I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry to people of Haiti. If you ever go to Haiti, you see the people are just the most generous, kindest, welcoming people. It's horrendous what they're going through there in all the aspects, and this is not the norm. This is not normal for them. This is extraordinary that this is not what happens there. It's not that kind of place. This is like a quite out of the ordinary. So we wish them healing, and so sorry, you guys. We're praying for you. Hang in there. We love you. We care for you, and our thoughts and prayers are with you. Sorry about that. My cat was looking at me like she was hungry, so I had to get up and give her food. So this is going to be a video. It might be a 2 or 3 part video. Depends how it goes. I don't know yet how long it extends. But I did cups, and I'm going to name it the cheater, the nut, and the perv. It's a homage to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the cheater, of course, is the creature, Donald Trump. And then the nut is Giuliani, nut job. And then the perv is G Maxwell. They're like movies, these cups. Alright, so let me get started. So here we have, this is the Creature's Cup wand. So here you have Jared Kushner with a suitcase down here, and he's in a faraway place. And here you have Donald Trump with his head, his toupee, and thinking of documents, papers. And here you have Ivanka crying, bent over crying, and Donald Trump's comforting her. I think, you know how they're saying in the news that Ivanka is going to turn on Trump? Before she turns on him, she's going to do this whole thing of, I don't want to, Daddy, but I don't know what to do. You know, these documents do exist. And I think that Weisselberg will flip. He hasn't yet. He will flip. And he will first incriminate Ivanka. And they're right. That's exactly how it's going to happen. Now, I did this cup several days ago before any of this came out in the news. I haven't had a chance to post it, but here it is, just like it's coming out in the news right now. She's crying. But what they don't know in the news is that she's playing it off like, oh, Daddy, I don't want to have to, say anything but. And so Jared is leaving her alone with them, and he's going away on a trip, solo trip. On a solo trip. And so here's this guy, and at first I thought it was Giuliani because it looks like Giuliani, but Giuliani and Weisselberg look alike. Their body type, I mean, they may not look alike, but in the Taza they do. Maybe not in real life, but in the Taza they have a very close resemblance. They have the same body type, around the same age-ish, with the same hair, balding head, with the suits. So they come out the same. At first I thought this is Giuliani. What? So I think this is Weisselberg. And here are the documents. See the documents here? He has the papers to prove. He has them. And at the bottom, I think he's going to say, okay, so here at the very bottom, you see that right there? You see someone laying down? Someone laying down. Now, I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. Somebody is going to be in jail. See how they're in a box? In jail. And they're going to get sick. So either Weisselberg's going to say that he's sick, or another woman. It could be a woman because of the hair. I wonder if it gets Ghislaine Maxwell, because now I have the Ghislaine Maxwell one here. So all of Donald's ex-friends, workers, employees, whatever, they're all in jail. Or pardoned, or in some hot legal mess. And this guy is also in that. So someone's in jail. And that's the other thing. These people are going to get indicted and arrested. Arrested is handcuffed to me and thrown in a jail cell. That's arrested. You don't have to go to prison. I can't tell if they go to prison for a bunch of years sometimes. You can. You can't see it in the cup. But how do I say this? Like, how do I explain? Like, you could be thrown in jail overnight and it comes out like you went to jail. When you go to jail for like decades or for a lifetime in the Taza, usually it's almost as if you died. You come out alone by yourself and there's nothing around it. And then you come out incarcerated. So here this guy's thrown in jail. He's incarcerated, but still a bunch of stuff all around, a bunch of people all around him and a bunch of other things, several things going on. So I don't know how long he'll be there, but he'll be incarcerated and another person's going to be incarcerated. And there's one that gets sick in jail. It could be him. He might be saying, oh, the theme is that they're all going to claim, you'll see as I go along with the cup, they're all going to claim that they're sick. And he is going to claim that as well. And there's someone already in jail that's going to claim they're going to get sick or claim that they're getting sick. And here is this police officer with their head down. You see the hat? That's a police officer. taking this person to jail. And not only that, you know, where's Melania? Where's Waldo? Everyone's asking. And remember, several months ago, I did a cup, and Melania, Trump came out by himself. His 3 kids came out all worried and crying. And Melania came out with a black wig. Okay, so Melania will be wearing wigs, but she will be dyeing her hair lighter. So she's like hiding, like incognito, like she doesn't want to be interviewed or paparazzi or whatever. So, but the cops are gonna find her, and they're even gonna question Melania, and Melania's gonna have lighter hair. She's gonna be dyeing her hair lighter. Oh, went gray, but she's not gonna let that gray show. But she might be dyeing her hair lighter because she's going gray with all of the stuff that has happened to her. She might have just completely gone gray real quick. Who knows? But she'll be coloring her hair, and it's going to be like a blondish. And here are the cops, 2 cops interrogating her. They're going to find her. And here's the crazy part, you guys. Now this makes a lot of sense to me in retrospect. That's why I keep telling you, La Taza. You know, you're not God. You can't say you know exactly what's going to be happening because you're not God. You're nobody. You're just a human being. You're just a human being, just like everybody else on this earth. No, I'm no prophet, none of that. I'm a reader. I learned it from my family, and I prayed for guidance, but I'm no prophet. No. So in retrospect, now this makes more sense to me. Here is Putin, and he's wearing like a hat, like a winter hat. So this is not now in the summer. It's going to be later on in the year where it's colder. They're going to probably interrogate her and ask her something about to do with Putin. And Putin, to me, has always been interested in Melania. You know, it makes more sense because I used to see Donald Trump and then this little guy far, far away in the middle. Not that he was, tiny. It's just that he's far away, kind of like the way Jared comes out. Because Jared is very tall. He's a very tall guy, but he comes out small just because he's far away. That's what that means. So Putin always used to come out. Sorry, where are we? So Putin always used to come out small because he was very far away, like in a faraway country. So now here you have him. They're going to be questioning her, and he's going to be thinking about it, like, thinking about her and thinking about everything that he knows about them. But he's always been interested in Melania. I wouldn't be surprised if just out of machismo, he's trying to get with Melania to say, I took the first lady from the president of the United States. I had an affair with her. I slept with her. I did this. Wahaha, I'm such a macho guy. That's what this is like to me. That's what this is like to me. That he has a sort of affinity towards her. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. That being said, I don't see Melania with him. So she may turn him down. I don't see them together. That sort of thing. And now, so this is Donald Trump's cup. And here we have, this is like layers on top of layers of this cup. And sometimes I'm like, this stuff's going to take me hours to read. So here it is. The Putin thing is also going to be about phone calls. Not just, they're going to question him on phone calls. And here we have Trump in a building with more documents. And here we have, you guys, the photo fortune. So that's a good thing for him to get that. That's a good thing for him to get that. So for some time, he may skew getting caught, getting indicted, or going to jail, or maybe he does get indicted, but he doesn't go to jail. And you see, the thing with the photo fortune also is like he's going to have to explain about the fortune because up here you have documents. And not only that, again, Ivanka Trump crying, holding on to him. Right there. Just hold on, guys. So right there, she is crying, holding on to him. And here you have all these documents. Here's the photo fortune. And you have people all over different states. It's not just going to be a New York thing. He's going to face problems in all these other states. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe in Arizona too, because of all the crap he did there. In Georgia, all the crap he tried to do there as well. Maybe even Pennsylvania. There's people from all over these different areas of the country. And there's going to be a female judge. They're going to have to testify. Two of them are going to have to testify in front of a female judge. That's going to be, they're in a world of trouble. It's not going to go well for them. They're in a world of trouble. And here they are all getting together as a family, even with their children. They're going to, I think that they'll be going, so they're in Florida. Trump is in Florida. But his kids, I don't know where they are. But wherever his offsprings are, the spawns, they're going to be going west from wherever they are. So let's say they're in New York, they're going to be going west. They're going to be going to the western state. And they're going to regroup in that west direction. And Donald Trump Jr. maybe, I think this is Jr. because of the darker hair. And here you have Eric. They're all going to be claiming Donald Trump Jr. Well, I can't tell. I think this is Donald Trump Jr. It's either Donald Trump Jr. or Eric. They're going to be claiming that they have a leg injury or a messed up leg or something to try to avoid going to jail. They're all going to be claiming illnesses, even Ivanka. This stress, this, that, injured, all this crap to not have to face the situation, that the legal situations that they will find themselves in. And because when I did these cups, I was mostly worried about riots. And I do see people protesting and things like that. But I don't see the riots like we saw. I see more like little groups here and there, but not like, in the Capitol sort of thing. I don't see that anymore. But I see smaller groups of people acting a fool. I see smaller groups of people acting a fool. There. And then here's the judge. See if I could get. Sometimes I wish you guys could see what I see, but you're not. It's better when you're like in person. Let's see. So here's the judge. You see, with the robe they wear, and here are the two people looking up from underneath towards her. And you see all these other people in different states. Yeah. So that's the creature's cup. His kids are going to be claiming either really sick or faking sick. I can't tell when it's a fake or a real in the cup. Well, you can sometimes you can't. Sometimes when it's real fake, you have hooks all over the person. Here I don't see hooks, but it could just mean it's not, fatal. Maybe he does break his leg. But why does this one come out like this? This one comes out, I'm having a mirror effect here. So this one comes out like he's skiing almost. So he's also going to claim some back problems or whatever. All of them will claim illnesses. Now, the Taza is a small cup, so not everything's going to come out. So I have to keep doing these cups for him. But so far, I don't see incarceration, but I do see money issues. I see people turning against them. Maybe even some of their fans. Now, in the Giuliani cup, you could really see you could really see the turnaround. And I remember when I said that Bill Barr was going to turn on Trump, that was about a year and a half ago. And a lot of people were like, oh, he will never turn on Trump. And then look, that's the thing with the Taza. Not everything comes out right away. And not everything is, a month from now. Sometimes it takes a year, more, 2, 3. When I used to read the cups for myself, I used to see myself getting married. And that was like 5 years later I got married. But this is not going to be happening with them. It's not going to be 5 years. It's going to be way before that. But I just don't know when. I can't tell you next month, 2 months from now. But it's this is going to be happening. This with Ivanka will be happening very, very, very soon. Very soon. In the next few weeks, months. Couple months, no more than 2. I think it's even closer. I think it's weeks away. The thing with people turning against them, that may be a year or so, maybe a little more. Or their fans, their diehard mega fans are going to be turning against them. And I see that in the Giuliani cup. So this was the cheater. And now let's move on to the nut. Let's move on to the nut. So here's the nut jobs. Giuliani. Giuliani. This cop. Just when I thought that Trump couldn't find a crazier person to go after to be his ghoul, then you have Mike Lindell. Giuliani outlived his ghoulness. Now you have Mike Lindell. Let me know if you want me to do a cup on Mike Lindell. He's just so crazy. It's like taking candy from a baby almost. He is just this guy. All right, so here's Rudy's. And he's got some money coming towards him. There's money and document coming towards him. And he's going to create drama. He's going to create drama. He's going to stand up on podiums and do the whole Giuliani crap he does. They're going to collect money for his defense because apparently he's broke. He's going to pretend here that he's sicker than he is. Another one. They're going to... It's going to be like, okay, so in the Spanish channel, there used to be this lawyer, like a... I don't know what you call those lawyers that if you fall, they have a name. Personal injury lawyers? That if you fall in a park or whatever, they sue for you. Hinarte. He's going to be pulling a Hinarte number over here. He's going to pretend that he can't even walk down. He's going to have people help him walking down. Grab cops, whatever. They're going to feel bad for him. I'm an old, ancient one. I'm being thrown in jail after everything I've done. I did the Gaudis. I took down the mob in New York City. Yeah, he took down the Italian mob, but put up the Russian mob. Que Dios me perdone, because I don't know. God forgive me, because I don't, not for sure. But it seems like he took down the Italian mob, and then the Russians came up all in. And Giuliani is such a hypocrite that he was anti-parole and letting people out of jail on parole. And you know how he was conceived? His father was on parole when he banged his mom. That's how Giuliani came to be. He's a parole baby. And he was anti-parole. This is why I don't have... The hypocrisy is what kills me. I'm not anti, if you make a mistake. I get it. But when you're a hypocrite. He's like anti-parole. He's a parole baby. His mom got banged by his father, who was a jailbird during a parole session. And then the dad got, sent back to jail, to prison. And 9 months later, Giuliani pops out of his lung. And he's over here acting a fool, like, oh, I'm so old, look at my back. And I think his back does hurt, but he's going to play it up even more. I think he does have back issues, but he's going to, roll with it. Oscar worthy. And here you have Trump And Trump is like, you know, still with him, still facing him, whatever, but he's kind of embarrassed. Hi, everybody. I forgot to add to the video, so it's me, but from the future, to the Giuliani and the Trump issue. So Giuliani is tempted to talk right away, but Trump is going to be after him, you know, begging him not to talk. He's going to be doing that a lot with different people. And I think eventually Giuliani will talk. Or they're going to try to grift for a while. And you know that Giuliani and Trump, they've been together forever. Trump has been with Giuliani longer than he's been with any of his wives, I think. Yeah, I think so.
Maybe you could tell me what you think of this thing.
I like that.
This may be the best of all. Oh, you dirty boy! You oh! Donald, I thought you were a gentleman.
You can't say I didn't try.
I think he has. I mean, they even have 2 kids together. You know, they share custody of Eric and Andrew. So they've been together forever. That's Trump's real wife, Rudy. Rudy Giuliani is Trump's forever wife. And because Trump knows that Giuliani has documents on him. And he's talking to people. They're going to be talking to lawyers and people like that, trying to get out. And then Giuliani has a foot of fortune over here again. So that's good. That's good for him. Bad for us, good for him. He's got the foot of fortune. He's going to have to explain, but there's going to be tons of money coming towards him for his defense. Look at all that. That's a fortune. That's millions of dollars going to be thrown at him for his defense. And he will get arrested. He will get arrested. See the cops taking him in? He's going to get arrested. A la Weisselberg. You know how Weisselberg was taken, handcuffed, whatever, thrown in a car? It's like he's going to be thrown in a car and taken, sort of thing. And then a bunch of the MAGA people, all the griftees that Trump and them grifted, they're going to give them money. But then what's going to happen is that those people, they're going to be pissed off. I think that they're going to say, "Why are you taking our money? Where's this? What have you done that you like?" They're saying, "We need the money for his defense. We're going to prove that the election was rigged." And then the people are going to be saying, "Where's the proof? You haven't delivered." And they're going to get upset and they're going to turn against him. But that's not right away. That's later on. It's going to take a while for that to happen. But they're going to turn against them. And they're going to need more and more lawyers. And I see problems and problems and buildings and buildings. Now, I can't crack that. I can't. That's just insane. I don't know what the heck is going on. But it's just, to me, it's problems. Problems and documents. But tons of money for him. Tons of money. The money's going to be going in for him. But here is what is interesting to me about the cup. Let's see. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5. 4, definitely 4 different countries. So it's not just going to be Ukraine and Russia. It's going to be at least 4 countries and maybe even a 5th or more. But at least 4 countries. They're going to have to, more things are going to come out about 4 countries that Giuliani was involved with illegally. And either he's going to have some sort of tinnitus issue or vertigo, Giuliani, or kidney issues. I can't tell if that's a kidney or an ear. So he may claim vertigo, tinnitus, or kidney issues, or all the above. He's going to get ill. I should have kept it far. Sorry, that might have been terrible. Anyway, so that's his cup. He's just going to be trial by combat a few more times. like on lanterns and podiums and things like that. And eventually he'll get taken by the police. They're going to be asking for money for him. He's going to have to face a bunch of lawyers, every different places, having to testify, and the grifting. The MAGA people are going to catch on to their grifting, and they're going to start rebelling against them. Don't tell me that's never going to happen, because we already know. It may not happen right away, but it will happen. I see that clear as day here. Clear as day. And I think he will be really genuinely ill, but he's going to play it up several notches. Actually, that wasn't that long. So this might be a two-part video. Alright, so let's move on to the Perv.